Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Korean PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Korean Live class. My name is Kyejin. 안녕하세요, Kyejin입니다. And 안녕하세요, 침치입니다. Awesome. Rosie, Anisha, Kishore, Powell, Kwati, Sumipati, Chris 씨. 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. Thank you so much for your comments and welcome. Today's lesson is super duper important because the topic is nasalization. I always find this word difficult to pronounce it. Because some of the Korean 받침 sound changed to nasal sound. Nasal sound. Well, I'll introduce it very soon, so please keep watching this video because it's super important. Please, for those of you who are watching this video, this is a part that I think most beginners found very difficult, and also the people who speak Korean fluently usually overcome this one quite early. So, 크리스 씨 맞아요. Please remember to click the link in the description. Yes. And Mr. Shannon and Philistas, Janen, Akshay, Priyanka, Yasai. Yes, 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. Kishore is here too. So if you click the link in the description, you will see some page where you can download this free Hangul writing worksheet. 짜잔, like this. Yeah, you see this kind of page. So make sure to log into Korean Class 101, or if you are not a member, just sign up for free. This is free material for free users. So if you click the link in the description, you will see a page like this. Just scroll down, then you will see some blue button. Just click it to download it. So enjoy learning Hangul. And after learning Hangul with me, today is week 11. So now we are doing Hangul and 받침 lesson. And after my video, I always upload it on YouTube and Facebook. And you can review it. And after review, you need to write down, practice. Could you scroll down quickly, Jan? Yeah, this is the alphabet page. So if you are already a member, you can download this. Plus, you can learn about Hangul. On this page, there's a history of Hangul and Hangul pronunciation, and you can find my video, so like this. So enjoy learning Hangul here too. Okay, so let's go back to today's lesson. So as I mentioned, this is today's topic, nasalization. And Kwati, 감사합니다. Yes, it was Teacher's Day yesterday. Thank you. 고마워요. And Sumipati, I saw your drawing right before the live streaming. I'll answer you after this. Thank you. Akshay, hello. Hope you will enjoy today's lesson. So Jam 받침 lesson is back as usual. So today we are focused on these alphabets. These 받침 alphabet. And little Lulu, 안녕하세요. Okay, so well, this is what I just mentioned about the Hangul writing worksheet. Let's start. I'm a serious teacher because I really want you to overcome this difficult topic. So I'll be very serious today. And Vilma, you're watching from Philippines. Hey, and 빌잖아. 안녕하세요. And Chimchim is also saying 안녕하세요 to everyone. So let me start with the rule first. I'm sure it's not easy to understand it at the beginning, but I'll show you many examples and you will be understanding. So please watch until the end. Okay, there are some words with 2 syllables, or 2, 3, 4, 5, but at least 2 syllables. Let me draw it with different color. Maybe like this. So Korean syllables are like this. Korean alphabet always looks like this. And at this 받침 position, 받침 means the final consonant. So it's a consonant that comes here. So sometimes the 받침 is like this. 기역, 디귿, 비읍. The pronunciation is like this. Let me write it here. 읍, 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 읍. So yes, sometimes this 받침 has this sound. And in the next syllable, maybe around here, the nasal sounds comes like one of these. Like this is silent sound. And this one is like un. Or this is like or this is a Then what happens is, it's so interesting. 짜잔. 짜잔. I want to change the color. Yes, I changed the color successfully. So these sounds change to 따란, 응 sound. And this sound change to 응 sound. And these sounds change to sound. Well, at the beginning, it's so natural that you will understand nothing because I didn't even show you example. First, I want to quickly explain the rule and show you the example and explain again. So what does it mean? Something is changing, right? Right? Something is changing. So I'll show you many examples now. So, Felicia, yes, belated happy Teacher's Day. Thank you very much. Yes, actually, I'm really serious. Get scared because serious teacher is scary. What exactly? Scary teacher. Fluffy, of course I remember. You joined again. Thank you so much. And Emily, 안녕하세요. Joining every week. Thank you. And Ashley, 안녕하세요. And Nathaniel, 안녕하십니까? You're very formal. So what does it mean? So this becomes 응, 윽 becomes 응, and ứ becomes 응, and 읍 becomes right? Why? So first, here's an example. I show you example and explain why the sounds changes. So the people who never learned this 받침 pronunciation, they read these words like this. This is 작 because, well, this sound is 즈, and this sound is like and this sound is like 윽, 악. So all together is like 작. And the next alphabet, let's read it together. So they think, this alphabet is this. And this alphabet sounds like 여. And this alphabet is like 은. So all together is 작년. Right? The pronunciation of this alphabet is, this syllable is 작년, right? 작년. Theoretically, yes, that's correct. However, in Korean, we don't read the letters syllable by syllable like this. 작년. We don't say it that way. But to make the pronunciation easier, we kind of connect the 받침 sound and next the consonant. We naturally connect them to pronounce it easily. We don't say 작년. No. we connect it. So how do we connect? How do we connect? So let's see. 짠, this is air blocking sound and this is nasal sound. So air blocking sound is like this. 착, 악, 악, or ap, 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 ap. This is blocking the air. So air blocking sound or stop sound. 착. And nasal sounds coming here like 는, So these are all the nasal sounds because you're using your nose sound, the nasal sound. So 작년 is so difficult to pronounce because first you have to block the air and next you have to use your nasal sound. It's a lot of work. So what happened is Korean people make this air blocking sound, the stop sounds to nasal sound. What? Because if there are air blocking sound, nasal sound is so difficult. So they or we naturally change this air blocking sounds to nasal sounds. So if there's a nasal sound, then it's easier to pronounce, right? Because nasal is easy. So what happens is 짠, 짠, 짠. Okay, I changed the color. This air blocking sounds is, oops, I want to over here. Okay. Today I'm having a lot of, not a lot, but some of trouble with iPad, but everything is okay. 착, 착, 착. The nasal version of this sound is ng. Because when you pronounce ak, 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 and ang, actually your tongue movement is quite similar, but the difference is blocking the air or just you make a nasal sound. So the nasal version of sound is So how we pronounce is 작년. Ooh, yes, it's not 작년. Nope. It's 작년. Priyanka, so we are once again combining the basic vowels like previous we did. Yes, we are combining basic consonant, by the way. Consonant. Yes, what is 받침? Fluffy. 받침 is a consonant that comes at the bottom of a syllable. 짠, like this. These are 받침 in Korean. 서대스나, I don't know. I know because this is a very difficult concept at the beginning. So it's hard, but I'll show you many examples and we'll practice a lot. So we will be okay. And Trevor, 안녕하세요. So 작년, letter by letter. 작년. However, in real life, we pronounce 작년. 작년 means last year. What did you do? 작년. What did you do last year? 작년에 뭐 했어요? Do you remember? So it's 작년. And Priyanka, thank you for explaining what 받침 is. That's perfect. Very good. Okay. Oh, wow, Fluffy, you are so smart. Exactly, you are right. And Tarana, you are not so late. Lucky. Okay, so that's not. It's all okay? Debasish is your real name. Nice. I'll still read your nickname so other people can also notice that I'm calling you. If I say their real name, people would have no idea, like, who is she talking about? And Kailun 씨, 안녕하세요. Okay, so let's look at the second example. Well, some people already noticed the answer, but well, I want to explain it again. Okay, so let me see. If someone didn't learn the 받침, will pronounce this word like this. This is like 어, this is like 업, and this is like 무, and this is like 우. So the word is 업무, right? This is 업. Oops, it's all gone. Okay. Right again, many small iPad issue, but So this word is like this, right? 무, right? Nope. We don't read syllable by syllable, but we tend to connect the word to pronounce easily. So what happens is, there is air blocking sounds like up, and there is nasal sound here, up, so I have to use two different sounds like this, blocking the air, and next we have to change the sounds to nose and making nasal sounds. It's like so difficult to pronounce many words quickly. So what happens is, we change this air blocking sounds to the nasal sound, nasal version. So, up. Can you guess what is the nasal version of this? Up. The nasal version is m. So you see the shape, how I pronounce the word is almost similar, like up is the air blocking version, and the nasal version is a m. So, well, I use the same part of my mouth. So the nasal version of up is So it becomes 업무. It's not 업무. Nope. 업무 means task or work. Okay. Oh, Alina, thank you. I'm happy to hear this approach make things so easy and fun. Great, because it's so important, and I hope you will get used to it so you can sound like native speaker. Yay! Okay. Priyanka, I see you wanted to write consonant but vowels. No problems. I understood your intention. I read your mind. And Kyejin, 받침 lost to the next consonant. Exactly. This 받침 lost to the following consonant. This was stronger. Basically, the nasal sound was stronger. 야사이. Great. Exactly. This up become sound. And Akshay, wow, you have very good example too. So let me use your example too. Akshay's example is this. 국, 물. So basically it means the soup. So when I read this one letter by letter, it will be like this. 국, 물. So difficult to pronounce it. Air blocking sounds and nasal sounds right after that. I have to use many different parts of my mouth and nose. It's like confusing. So what happens is, this air blocking sound lost. It becomes a nasal sound. So nasal sounds, pronouncing nasal sound followed by another nasal sound is so easy. It's just 국물. Okay, good. Okay, so since you are too good, let me now show you the rule, serious rule. When one of the 기역, 디귿, 비읍, are in 받침 sound, just like 작년, because there was this alphabet is one of these, right? These are in 받침, and and nasal sounds are followed. Then what happens is these 받침 sounds is changed to this sound. So this one is a The nasal version is you are actually touching the same part of your mouth, I mean palate, the top of your mouth, when you pronounce this and this. How about this? And the nasal version is a And nasal version is Are you okay? And this looks hard. And how do Korean people remember all these rules? Like when they see Korean people are super smart, like, okay, there's 기역 and nasal sounds is coming right after that, so I changed to NG. Okay, 작년. So is this how Korean people do that? Nope. Actually, a lot of native Korean people don't even recognize this rule. This happens very naturally, and you will actually understand this if you pronounce these words with me together. Like while you're learning, please read it out yourself, then you will understand that your tongue muscle will naturally pronounce this one. It's not the rule that Korean people made, but it was made naturally. Yasa, exactly. We don't remember. We just say it. It's very natural. Naturally, it happens. I think it's something like that. It's like internet. So there's the internet, and Americans tend to pronounce a T sound very softly, like internet. And do Americans think like this? Okay, so there's a T sound, so I'm going to change to the weak sound and like internet, like this? No, I think they just say naturally. It's very important for you to practice your tongue muscle. Your tongue muscle will remember that. Priyanka, exactly, like muscle memory. Perfect, exactly. Oh, Sudesna, you don't know how to write Korean language, but you are starting learning Korean for your future job. Good luck, and please remember, pronunciation is important if you want to communicate with native Korean people. Yasai, it's language evolution. Yeah, exactly, I agree with you. So Korean people just want to pronounce the words much easily, so this happens very naturally. And Kwati, that's a very good question, but unfortunately, that's a topic for in the next few weeks. I think it's not next week, but in the next few weeks. So please wait maybe 2-3 weeks more. Yeah, I explained, I think in 2 weeks. Okay, so here's another example. Let's practice. So now imagine you are a super beginner Korean learner who hasn't learned the 받침 rules. What happens is they say, 식. Okay, so the pronunciation of this is 식. And this is 물. So plant in Korean is 식물, right? Nope. Korean people love making the pronunciation easy. Air blocking sounds and nasal sound don't go well together, don't go very well because it's difficult. So this becomes the nasal version, which is NG, like 식물. Good? 식물 means plant. I love green and plant. Let's look at another example. Now I have this. Let's imagine again, like you never learned this 받침 rule, and you're like, okay, this is like 한, and this alphabet is like 국, 말, 한국말, right? But now, smart students like you notice this. Oh, no, this is too difficult to pronounce. So what happens is, this becomes nasal version, 한국말, it means the Korean language. 한국말, I'm now speaking 한국말로 말하고 있어요. So 한국말. So when you see this alphabet, well, maybe at the beginning, very beginning, you need to think like, oh, this is like nasal sounds and this is an air blocking sound they mean, so it's better to like pronounce separately, etc. But as time goes by, you will be okay because you will understand naturally. Like when you pronounce quickly, even before this air blocking sound, your tongue muscle is ready to pronounce the nasal sound. So automatically, you pronounce this as a nasal version. So please practice it. Okay. So Do you have any questions so far? All good? 가일론 씨 맞아요. It's not 작년, it's 작년. That's how you pronounce it. 아, Kyejin 맞아요. By the way, not me, but there's a nickname, Kyejin. And yes, it's not American language. It's not 미국 말. It's 미국말. 미국말. Okay, very good. And the hardest part of this nasalization is, Jan, there's another rule. There are two rules. So let me first explain this formation first and show you the example and then explain again. Then you will understand better. So again, in Korean, there are the letters are like this syllable. And at the 받침 position, sometimes these alphabets are here. One of this, not everything, but one of this comes at the bottom as a 받침 position. And then what happens is sometimes here, 리을 is coming. Then what happens is, surprise, this 리을 sound is changed to 니은 sound. Ah! It sounds crazy, right? Actually, how does nasalization affect the pronunciation of compound words like 국, 립? Yes, a very good question. Please, wait a little bit more, because this is what I'm going to explain. Actually, this is a perfect question, and let me explain this first. And this will answer you naturally. Yeah, Priyanka, right? So it's because, air blocking sound, and this nasal sound, these are difficult pronunciation because you have to close your mouth a little, like or it's hard. And then this 리을 is a little difficult to pronounce it because you have to kind of roll your tongue a little. Not like English R, English L, they roll too much. But in Korean, we roll a little less, but still we have to roll our tongue, which means this alphabet, this one requires a lot of effort on our side. After using a lot of effort here, and the next tongue rolling, that's a lot of work. So what happens is we change this 리을 sound. Oh, there are so many circles. How hard to see it. We change this 리을 sounds to 니은 because 니은, 은 sound is easier to pronounce. Basically, in Korean, when you pronounce this 리을 sound, you roll your tongue like this. This one, you don't roll your tongue, but your tongue is more like flat. So you need to put less effort, but you touch the same part of your mouth. So they sound similar to Korean people, but definitely these require less effort. So it sounds hard, but let me show you the example again. Oh, okay. How do you pronounce it? Imagine you haven't learned any 받침 rules. So this is 심. Okay, this is 리, right? So it's 심리, right? 심리. When you can do that, but more naturally and also more easily, you can pronounce like this. Change 리 to 리. 심리, psychology. Again, 심, you already closed your mouth. So when you pronounce the following sound very quickly, rolling your tongue requires a lot of work. So instead of rolling, you just quickly pronounce without rolling, like 심리, not 심리, 심리. And Tarana, who made Korean grammar? Nobody made a Korean grammar. It happens naturally. Plus, this is not grammar. This is just pronunciation. So we write like this. 심리. This is how we write. But how we actually pronounce in real life is like this. 심리, 심리. Simply because it's easier to pronounce. And Soumya, good question. Actually, in romanization, when you think about the Korean romanization, it's like 심리 or 심리. Actually, to Korean people, it doesn't matter because Korean real is not L or not R. None of them. None of them. But it's similar to both of them somewhat. And also, for romanization, we need to use the English alphabet. So we found similar letter, which is R or L. So it actually doesn't matter because the Korean pronunciation is different from the English alphabet. So it's 심리. Very often people write like this. 심리 R. But actually in real life, we pronounce like this. 심리 and 심리, 심리, psychology. Is that okay? Let's practice one more time. And Kailon, exactly, very good. You know the answer. And Kyejin, 심리학과? 맞아요, 있어. 심리학과. 심리학과 있어. Psychology major. Okay. And Sudes now. Oh, your first day. And Rohan, it's your first day. Hey, everyone who is watching this video for the first time. I welcome you so much. And actually, this is 11th week of Hangul and 받침 lessons. So this lesson might be a little difficult, but don't worry. I already uploaded all the videos, previous videos from week to week 10. So when you have time, watch previous ones too. Yes, so that's not perfect. It's 심리, 심리. Okay, 소미야, 심리, exactly. It's I see. To you, it sounds like 심디, but actually this is Korean. And again, Korean alphabet sounds different from Korean, the English alphabet. So if you say 심미, 심디, 심리, so D and ni, they are different. 심디 and 심리, 심리, 심리. Okay, and Priyanka, you got the answer. So, Jan, let's read this alphabet as if you haven't learned. So it's 료, 수. Okay, so for this you already close your mouth and you want to pronounce the following sound very quickly, but 료 requires a lot of effort because it's rolling. You have to roll your tongue. You don't have time to roll your tongue because you have to pronounce it quickly. So even before rolling, you just pronounce it. And this 료 sounds like 료. So theoretically, it should be 음료수, 음료수. But we just say 음료수, 음료수. 음료수 is too hard. 음료수, 음료수. Yes, it's 료, 야사이. Perfect. Very good. And Kyejin, that topic is coming next week. So I'll not read your comment right now because I don't want to spoil yet. Okay. Koati, that's a good example. Well, good example for the rule number 1 is 박물관, 박물관. But it's not, let me write it here. 박물관. Now there is air blocking sound with nasal sounds. So what happened is, it's not 박물관, it's 박물관. This sounds changed to sound as in 박물관, 박물관. Okay. Kyejin, that's good example too. 식료품, 식료품. And Kailon 씨, 맞아요. Okay, so let me explain the rule again. So now you understand the rule a little better, right? When one of these air blocking sounds or nasal sounds comes before deer is changed to 니은. Wow, so important. deer changes to 니은 because this and deer are hard to pronounce it together. Are you okay? So, Jan, let's try this word now. I'm going to invade your language brain to insert the Korean language skill now. So How can you say invasion in Korean? If you haven't learned the alphabet, you probably say, this is 침, as in 침침이, 침침. And this is, so this is 침략, 침략. But now you know that I already closed my mouth to air blocking sounds or nasal sounds. I close my mouth to pronounce this sound. So the next sound requires too much effort to roll my tongue. So what happens is I choose the easier pronunciation instead of this, which is N. So theoretically it should be 침략, 침략, but we just pronounce it like 침략, 침략, invasion, invasion. I'm invading your brain now. to insert the Korean knowledge. Okay, so 침략, 침략. It's not 침략, 침략. And again, Korean people don't think about this rule. No, we don't think about it. It just happens very naturally because it's easier to pronounce it. Okay, so next example. Tarana, you got the answer already. So now I want to introduce the word president. By the way, president means, so president of my company? Something like that? No. President of a country only. So in Korean is, let me write it here, is 대통령. 대통령. This is how we write it. 대통령, 대통령. To pronounce easily, we change this to N. Like 대통령, 대통령. 대통령 means president of a country. Actually, 침침이 invades our heart. Indeed. Cute. Okay. So, are you okay with these rules now? So, next, I'm sorry. How about this? How about this? Okay. Yes, it's 침착맨. No, 침착맨. By the way, 침착맨 is one of the most popular YouTube channel in Korea these days. He's a webtoon artist, a webtoon designer. Wait, how can I say? Cartooner. He drew the cartoons. He used to draw cartoons, but he's very successful as a YouTuber. But 침착맨, yes. Okay, so can anyone pronounce this word? First word is independence. In Korean is, let me read it letter by letter first. 독립, 독립, 독립. Tarana, my bias changes a lot in BTS. I mean, they are so all attractive. And Cody, 안녕하세요, welcome. So when you pronounce this one, you probably pronounce like this. Okay. So it's like 독립. And smart students might notice this. Hey teacher, I noticed this. There's air blocking sound. There's real sounds. So what happens is, 짠, this change to N, as in 독립. If you say the answer is 독립, I will say it's half correct. Half correct. Half correct. Because you just applied the rule number 2. But now you see rule number 1 again. Oh, wait. Let's see. There is air blocking sound here and there is a nasal sound. So it's like, currently it's like 독립. But now, because of the air blocking sound, it changed to nasal sound, right? So what happens is, this becomes NG, as in 독립, 독립. Did you notice? So yes, you can actually apply these 2 different rules that I just taught you today. So remember, 짠, 짠. So rule number 1 is this. Well, it's hard to read. If the 받침 sound has one of these sound and the nasal comes here, then these sounds change to the nasal sound. Rule number 2 is one of these sounds meets real like this, then this real changes to niun, right? So these two rules can be combined. Whoa! 짠! Okay, moving back. 야사. Independence Day in Korean is 광복절. 광복절 or 독립기념일. 독립기념일. Okay, so let's practice again. How about this? Memory. Memory in Korean is, well, let's read letter by letter, which is 기억력, 기억력, 기억력. Teacher, I noticed something. There is real meaning this. Air blocking sound. So to pronounce easily, you change to ni은, right? Yes, exactly. But then it becomes 기억력, right? 기억력. So, okay. So now you this sounds meet this sound, this 기억 air blocking sounds meet this nasal sounds like. And what happens is now you know it. These sounds change to nasal sounds. ng, as in 기억력, 기억력. So basically, this is a rule. These are the rules. But again, Korean people don't think this way. It's like, okay, first it becomes 독립 and second we did. And first 기억, okay, there is a this. So it becomes like and, so okay, it's like this, but I've heard, and there's like nasal sounds like this. Nope. Nope. That's why it's very important to train your tongue. It's just naturally when the real meets these air blocking sounds or stuff, then it becomes, this one naturally become nasal version, and these sounds become N. That's why we need practice. 밀잖아, I love that advice. So forget using romanization. Exactly. Actually, in my opinion, a lot of confusion is coming because of the romanization. They think in the English alphabet, and it's like, why does like R is changing to like N or something? I don't understand. It's because you are thinking in English pronunciation. And Ellen, 독립 맞아요. 독립. And 파티마 안녕하세요. Yes, Kyejin. 기억력, this is how we speak more softly, easily. And Rosie, yes, if you're late, you watch this 10 times. It's punishment. Okay. That's a very good example, Aaron. Ooh. Do you know how to read this? This is 16. However, originally this alphabet was 6. So some people still pronounce it like this. 16. But what happens is, there is an air blocking sound here, and real coming, which means 10. The real change to ni은 as in 16. And then, the air blocking sounds meets the nasal sounds. What happens is it becomes 16. So this is how we change. If you really want to understand the theory, this is the theory. But again, Korean people don't think this way. We train our muscle. I mean, this is our pronunciation, so it happens very naturally. But as a foreigner who are not familiar with this Korean alphabet, Korean pronunciation, unfortunately, you have to study this and then practice your tongue muscle. And Billy-jana, every Korean dictionary has pronunciation in Korean. Yep. And if you use online dictionary, you can hear pronunciation as well. I love this advice. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, there are a lot of free online internet dictionaries, so please check them out. And you can also think about this pronunciation on your own, but sometimes you're not sure which one is correct. Then make sure to check dictionary. Dictionary can give you the answer. Rosie, again and again. Yes, please watch again and again. And Alina, right, you have to think in Korean pronunciation. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so rule number 3. The previous 2 rules can happen together. So how about these example? 짜잔. So let me see. If you read letter by letter, it would be 압력, which means pressure. 압력. Ah, I noticed something. There is air blocking sound with near, so it becomes this, like 압력. And now, oh, I give you hint already. Now I see this up air blocking sounds meeting the nasal sound, so it becomes 압력. So this is how Korean people pronounce it. Plus again, this happens very naturally. So air blocking sound and these real sounds coming together. So Korean people now naturally we just pronounce it like nasal sounds, as in 압력, because both of them are the nasal sounds, right? 압력. Tarana, you really saved my life. Thank you. This is not an easy rule. That's why I think even intermediate learners make a lot of mistakes here. Unless you practice a lot, it's very easy to make mistake. How about the last word, pomegranate, the fruit? So now you can kind of guess, right? The air blocking sound and this, the real sound. So you kind of pronounce the nasal version. The nasal version here is like NG, and nasal version for this is like N. So it's like 성류. So without even thinking about the rules, you will pronounce it naturally if your tongue muscle is trained. I want to emphasize again because it's really important. And Ellen, 압력 맞아요. You are right. And Kailon, 성류. Exactly. It's 성류. Okay. So today we learned many words. So I'll read these out again. So please practice with me and remember the meaning too, if you can. Okay. So first we have, let me make it a little small. Okay, good. This, 짠, maybe it's better. 작년, 업무, 심리, 음료수, 독립, 기억력. Now you're okay with the pronunciation, right? Do you remember the meaning? 작년, last year. 업무, task. 심리, psychology. 음료수, beverage. 독립, independence. 기억력, memory. Are there any exceptions to the nasalization rules for 받침, such as specific dialect or certain commonly used phrases when nasalization does not apply? About the dialect, let me be very honest. I speak the standard Korean. Basically, the standard Korean is based on the Seoul language. So I'm not very familiar with the dialect. When I hear the dialect, I understand, but I cannot say about the rules of dialect. I only know the Seoul dialect, standard Korean. And Priyanka, yes, but these basic ones are applied for other dialects too in general. Yeah, and I feel like these days, the dialects got weaker and weaker, and more people use the standard Korean, the Seoul language. Maybe it's because people are always watching the YouTube and TV, so young people can speak Seoul dialect very easily. I think they're exposed to that. And 가일롱 감사합니다. And 소미야, from where I can get more Korean words which following these two rules? That's a good question. And I did a lot of 받침 lessons previously. You can also check out the previous ones or come to Korean Class 101. Actually, these lessons are based on our existing Korean Class 101 lesson. So you can check out our Korean Class 101 받침 or pronunciation lesson series. Then you can find more examples. Okay, so here we go. We have more example. 짠. 식물, 식물. 한국말, 한국말. 침략, 침략. 대통령, 대통령. 압력, 압력. 석류, 석류. Are you okay with this? Now, do you remember the meaning of these words? 식물, plant. 한국말, Korean language. 침략, invasion. 대통령, president of a country. 압력, pressure. 석류, pomegranate. Okay, good? Okay, so today we learned a lot of things. But this lesson is super important. I would say this is one of the most important lessons of all the 받침 lessons that we did. I mean, the next ones are important too, but this one is so important. Okay, 카일롱 진짜 고마워요. So kind of you. And Rosie, really? Yes, it's one of the most important ones. And I tried to answer your questions during this live streaming, so I hope this is okay. But if you have any other question, leave a comment on Korean Class 101 YouTube channels. And Mr. Channel, are there Korean words for nasalization, aspiration, fortis, and lenition? So these rules are not taught to Korean children in school? That's a good question. These rules are learned at school. When I was a kid, or even when I was in middle school or like high school, we learned these rules. Even if we know how to pronounce it, we naturally pronounce. So we never thought about the rules. So in school, we learned it. But when we become adult, we just don't remember. Because we pronounce it naturally, we just don't remember about the rules. Okay. 안녕 also has an air blocking sounds. Nope. 안녕, 안녕. 짠, this is and These are all nasal sounds. Air blocking sounds is more like ak, at, up, like kat, tat, pop, like this. This is basically These are air blocking sounds or stop sounds. Ellen, thank you for the smile. Priyanka. Today we all did a lot of homework. Today's topic was tough, but our lovely teacher made it easy to understand. I'm happy to hear that. 고마워요. Okay, so another homework for you, for those of you who want to practice more Korean. Oh, today's lesson was long. So please practice the word that you learned today. 오늘 배운 단어를 연습해 보세요. If you want, you can leave a comment on Korean Class 101 YouTube channel, or you can even tag me, then I'll correct you. Okay, and before leaving, please everyone, don't forget to check out the link in the description and practice Hangul, the Korean alphabet, with this free Hangul writing worksheet. 짜잔! You can learn the Korean alphabet here and practice writing, and you can also learn a few Korean words like this. I know you cannot see, but here. See the screenshot here. Okay, so if anyone who watched this video from the middle, I'm sure it will be not easy to understand, right, Rosie? Then please feel free to watch again on YouTube. It's free. And next week, of course, I'll be back. And next week's topic will be flowing. It's about the 리을 and 니은. What happens when they meet? Actually, some people already talk about this rule, so I try not to spoil. But next week's topic is this. It will be 1 p.m. in Korean time, as usual, Thursday, May 23rd. So please join in again, and I'll be waiting for you. 감사합니다, 엘렌, 가일론. So, 타라나, Fluffy, and Rosie, Kohati, and Billy Jana, and Philistas, Trevon, Priyanka, 감사합니다. Thank you so much and see you next week. Bye-bye. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Korean Life class. My name is Kyejin. 안녕하세요, Kyejin입니다. And 안녕하세요, 침침입니다. Hello, I see comments already. 크리스 씨, KD 탈리아 씨, and 코아티 씨. 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. Welcome, welcome. As you already know, today's topic is 따란, flowing. Yes, we are going to talk about the Korean 받침 pronunciation again. Yes, 크리스 씨, 맞아요. Remember to click the link in the description for all the materials. That's what I wanted to say very soon. And 사티암, good morning. And Janet, 안녕하세요. Ayan, hello. Okay, so for those of you who joined my class for the first time, what is 받침? 받침. Korean alphabet looks like this square or a block syllable, and there are 짜잔 consonant, and here we put vowel, and here we sometimes put 짠 consonant, the final consonant. So this final consonant is called 받침, 받침. Depending on this 받침, sometimes it affects the following consonant, so the pronunciation changes. So today's topic is about that. This 받침 changes the pronunciation, 받침 pronunciation. And do you see this? This is week 12, you are right, which means we already did the lesson from week 1 to 11, and you can find the videos on our YouTube channel, so check it out. Yay! Okay, and Aditi, hello, student. Oh, Satyam is so kind of you. Thank you. Me too. And Sandriana, 안녕하세요. Sandrina, 안녕하세요. And Tarana, yes. 코아티, 오늘 주제가 뭐죠? What is the topic? What is flowing? That's a great question. BTS Army, 안녕하세요. And Chill G, hi chat, awesome. And Jill, Jolie, 안녕하세요 on Facebook too. So today's topic is flowing. This flowing will need these two alphabets, 리을 and 니은, 리을 and 니은. And when they meet, the pronunciation changes. Whoa! So let's talk about that today. And Emily, 안녕하세요. Kailon, I see. So you changed your nickname. I thought it's Jill, but Kailon, 안녕하세요. Okay, so before starting our lesson, I have a very quick announcement. As Chris just mentioned, that if you click the link in the description, you will see a page like this. Oh, what can you do here? Just scroll down, then you see this ebook, practice ebook, and click the blue button and you can download this. What is this? 짜잔, here are Korean alphabet, and you can practice writing Hangul, the Korean alphabet, and you can also learn some vocabulary like this. Yay! We are giving away this ebook, these worksheets for free. So please download it. This is available for KoreanClass101.com members. So join our website if you're not a member. If you're a member already, just log in to download it. I hope you will like this free material. Okay. And 빌잖아, 안녕하세요, and 야사이, cool. Very cool. Okay, so I know you all want to learn the 받침 today. So let's start today's lesson. 짠! This is a summary of the lesson. So I'm moving. Yay! I'm moving. So this is a summary of today's lesson. So when you see the Korean alphabet, we have 짜자잔, 짜자잔. I told you, Korean alphabet looks like a block, syllable. And here, sometimes 리을 comes. And here, another consonant, 니은 comes. Then what happens is the pronunciation changes. Ooh. How does it change? It changes to 리을, 리을. By the way, I'm showing you the summary of today's lesson. So it's very natural. You might not understand at the beginning, but I'll show you lots of examples and show you how to change the pronunciation. So by the end of this lesson, you will understand this concept completely. So don't worry if you don't understand right now. And here, this can come here too. 니은 can come here, or sometimes 리을 can come here. What happens is this is theoretically, you think, this should be sounds like 니은 and 리을, right? But nope, they sound like 리을 and 리을. What does it mean? That's why I prepared examples like this. Ta-da! I'll show you examples. So let's look at these examples and see how Korean pronunciation changes. And BTS, you're so excited! Yay! Jem, 안녕. So imagine you haven't learned any 받침 rules, but you saw this word. 짠, how would you pronounce? You probably pronounce like this. This is 줄 for beginners. I write it. This is z sound. This is like 우 sound. This is like 을 sound. So all together is 줄. Next, you have this. 짠, 느. And this is 어. This is like M. So all together, that's 넘. And now this is 그. And this is 이. So, So this word is 줄 넘기, right? 줄 넘기. Theoretically, yes, that's very correct. It's correct. However, in real life in Korea, we don't pronounce that way. We try to find an easier way to pronounce it. How? So, 짠, do you see this? This 리을 and 니은, they sound very similar but different. So if you pronounce each syllable 100% accurately, correctly, you need more effort because you have to pronounce two different sounds, two different but very similar sounds like 줄 넘기. But there is an easier way to pronounce this word. So if you change this similar sound, N sound, so to Korean people, this 리을 and N, to us, they sound very similar. However, different. So if you make these two sounds the same, we think it's easier to pronounce it. So 줄 넘기 is okay, but if you change these two L sound, double L sound, like 줄 넘기 is much easier to pronounce. So this rule happens really naturally. None of the Korean people made these rules intentionally. It happens naturally when Korean people speak fast. So 줄 넘기 is much easier than 줄 넘기. 줄 넘기. Does it make sense? So for easier pronunciation, this flowing happened. So 줄 넘기, 줄, what is 줄, by the way? 줄 is this. 줄 means string or line. And 넘기 means you jump. Jump. So it literally means rope, jump. But in English, it's like jump rope, 줄 넘기, 줄 넘기. Do you like this exercise? I used to do that when I was in middle school, like 1,000 times a day with my friends every morning, and I gave up. It was too hard. Okay, so next example is this. So now imagine you haven't learned this 받침 rule. So in that case, you probably pronounce it like this. This is like s, and this is like 이, and this is like 은. So 신. This is like R or L. By the way, in Korean, we have this alphabet, N, and in English, there's no romanization to represent this alphabet 100% correctly. So sometimes we write it like R or L, but none of them is correct. But in this case, yeah, I'll just use it like L, because it's easier to pronounce in my opinion. Okay, and this is like a. And this is like 앙. So 신랑, bridegroom, right? 신랑. But again, now you know the Korean pronunciation rule, the 받침 rule. So what happens is, instead of 신랑, we say 신랑, double L. Wow, don't erase. So this double L, 신랑, is much easier to pronounce. And 칠지 makes sense. It's the same rules in other languages as well. Flowing. Woo! Very nice. I'm glad that someone agreed with us, the Koreans. And 레누카, hi. And Akshay, 꼬치. 꼬치 means the squid. I love the dish. especially 닭꼬치, the chicken squid. Oops. 짠. Chicken. I love it. Ayan, you have the example that I prepared in the next page. Kwati, Korean people just follow the flow. Exactly. Tarana. Hey. And Julie and Gailon, you are right. So this is pronounced as 신랑. 신랑 is easier to pronounce, right? Yay! That's the end of the lesson. You got the point. So, as Ayan just mentioned, let's talk about this now. So, like, this is like 한, 라, 산, right? 한, 라, 산, right? But now, my smart, intelligent students, you know the secret to pronounce easily when you see 짜자자잔, these, this 니은, and 니을 meet, you know what happens. This 니은 sound disappears and it changes to L, double L, like 한라산. Do you see this? 한라산. Do you know what is 한라산, by the way? It's a mountain located in South Korea. So let me show off some drawing skills. So imagine such a bad drawing, but it's okay. This is the map of Korea. And did you know that there is a small island? Well, small but biggest island in South Korea here. This is Jeju Island. The name of this island is 제주도. And there you can find this Mount Halla. This is the highest mountain in South Korea. Highest mountain, yes. And 칠지, 리을 is a perfect example of flowing. I always have trouble telling if it's R or L. Exactly, because 리을 is not R, not L, but you know, we still have to romanize it for the people who need to know in English alphabet, then we have to choose one of them. So yeah, it's not L, R, but it's somewhere between that. Okay, and Kwati, you say that word too. I already prepared that country later, so let's talk about it later. You know, the kingdom, yes, I know. And Kailon got the answer already for the next word. Next word is this. 짠. Now you know that. So as you see here, ni은 can come first or dir can come first. So dir plus ni은 or ni은 plus dir, it doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. Either way, they become 짠. Double dir, double real. And Genevieve. Hello from France. Ooh, nice. 안녕하세요. Bonjour. Okay. So now you know what happens. It's not 1년, but the pronunciation is more like 1년. It's not 1년, 1년. It means 1 year. 1 means 1 and 년 means year. So all together it's 1년. Okay. Then how about this one? Do you know this word? The first word means originally, and the pronunciation, as you can guess, da-da-da. So it's like 원래. So this is like 워, right? 워. And this is like 원. However, now we prefer having double L's because it's easier to pronounce. So 원래. Artistic cat, exactly, is 1년. Okay, and so 원래 originally. So for example, he's saying that I was originally a cat. I was originally a cat. 저는 원래 고양이였어요. So something like that, originally, before. Okay, how about the next word? Next word is 짠. Now it's simple for you, right? 짠. Dir and nium meets. What happens is they become double L's. So as in 실내. 실내 means indoors. So or interior, inside. That reminds me of 롯데월드. Do you know 롯데월드? 롯데월드 is the biggest indoor amusement park in the world, I think. At least it's the biggest indoor amusement park in Korea. So in a rainy day, if you still want to enjoy the attractions, go to 롯데월드. Not advertisement. No. I'm not sponsored, but I personally like it. It's located in Seoul. So you can enjoy 롯데월드 when you visit Seoul. Artist cat, exactly. 실내. Very good. It looks like our smart, clever, intelligent students all understand this concept. Rose, hi. Okay, so next word is this. 짠. Heater in Korean is 짠. Oops, no, not this pen. Like this. 난로. You notice something. It's very difficult to pronounce N and L together. 난로. I mean, it's not super difficult. You can, but there is an easier way to pronounce it. What is the easier way? Change this to L, double L, as in 난로, heater, 난로. Oh, I don't need 난로 these days. It's hot. Okay, artist, very good. And Jem is laughing hard. And Tarana, heart. That's so sweet of you. And swastika, 안녕. So, can you pronounce the next word? 짠. So, hint. Serious hint. Dir and nin, they are meeting. So, the pronouns have to change. Actually, in the meanwhile, oops, 짠. 발전. So development, 발전. This rule does not implied. I mean, this word does not have the flowing rule because after 짜잔, dear, there is 지읒. This is not N sound like N sound. So the flowing rule is not applied here. So flowing rule is only applicable when dear meets ni은 or ni은 meets dear. Okay? Okay, so next word. So now, yes, artistke, then Gailon, you got the answer. So next word is 짠. Let's make our life simple by combining this. How? Just make it double L's. Like 달라. So 달라라. It means moon, but you might be confusing. Hey teacher, 달 means moon already, but what is 나라? 나라 means country. So 달라라 literally means moon country. But we often use this word when we talk about the fairy tales or when we talk about some fantasy like, oh, there will be some like country in the moon. 달라라. So often kids use 달라라. Or some people say 달나라에 가다, like 꿈나라에 가다. But this is very poetic expression. When you see the moon as an adult, we don't say 달나라, we just say 달. But 달나라 is more like imaginary country in the moon. Like 달나라, long time ago, there are rabbits in the 달나라 moon country. Something like that. So it's just an example word. Okay, Stoa, thank you. So thank you for letting me know, and please check out recording later then. Thank you for coming and comment. And Ayan, you have a question. 이 단어를 어떻게 쓸 거예요? 왜 쉬운 발음? That's a good question too. So 짠, in real life, so what we do is we write the words like this. Yeah, this is a word that you find in the dictionary. 짠, like this. 짠, like this. So this is how you write. However, when we pronounce it, we change it. We change it. That's it. So something like that. In English, I don't know, like you have this fish. And I learned the pronunciation is not salmon, it's salmon. So this L sound is silent. So something like that. You still write it like this even if you don't pronounce this L sound. Something like that to Korean people. Like this. We pronounce it differently just to pronounce these words easily, but we still write like this. Okay. Have you seen the movie 말모이? No, I haven't seen it. Is it good? And 스와티카, 대한민국 만세! That reminds me of the triple, I mean, not twins, but triple keys, very popular keys in Korea, and their name is that. 코아티, 요즘 따뜻해요? 네, 조금 더워요. It's a little hot, but warm. Okay, moon country, yes. Moon rabbits, exactly. Okay, so Jaira, okay, so you're from Mexico. Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. But hola, gracias. And Messi, I learned a lot here. Thank you, I'm happy to hear that. Yay. Alaina, salmon is an excellent example. Yay! So now you understand it. Something like that. You write like this, but the pronunciation is different. Something like that. Okay. Let's move on. A music mindset. There is this movie, Korean movie called The Moon. I should watch that. Okay, so do you know this word, the first word here? 짠! It means contact. So I think it's an important word. So 연, if you read letter by letter, is 연락. Now you know the secret. This is not 연락, but this is more like 연락 because it's easier to pronounce. 연락 주세요. 연락 주세요. It means contact me, call me or text me. 연락 주세요. Contact me. 연락. Artist get very good. And Zaira, hello from Mexico. Yay. Okay. Chilji, I see. I should watch that. I should watch more movies. But the problem is I don't have account for Netflix. That's why it's very difficult to watch any movies unless I go to the movie theater. Okay, then how about this word? This word, you already got the answer here. So yes, as you can guess, what's written is 신라, but it's easier to pronounce it if you write it like this. 신라. What is 신라? So now my country is South Korea, right? Republic of Korea. Before Republic of Korea, it was Korean Emperor. And before Korean Emperor, it was Joseon Dynasty. Joseon Dynasty. If you love historical Korean dramas, you probably heard this name, Joseon Dynasty. But before Joseon Dynasty, there is 고려 Dynasty. Oh, 고려 Dynasty. Oops, it's difficult to read. 고려 Dynasty. And this 고려 Dynasty is very important because the name of Korea is from this dynasty. At that time, we did export and import a lot of things with foreign countries. So they started call Korea as 고려. In foreign pronunciation, they pronounce it something like Korea. So now the name of our country in English become Korea. So we still use this name. But before 고려, there was 신라, 통일신라, United 신라. So that's the country. That's the country. So 신라, 고려 is a country that was in this Korean peninsula long time ago. Not just 100, 200 years old, but long, like over 1,000 years ago. Okay. Very good. Yes, you heard the word 조선, right? 조선. Because a lot of Korean dramas is based on this Joseon Dynasty. But before Joseon, there was 고려. Before 고려, there was 신라. So yeah. Okay, so how about this? Do you know how to say the New Year's Day in Korea? By the way, this is not the New Year's Day in the solar calendar, but New Year's Day in lunar calendar. In Korean, this is 설날. Now you know it. They meet, 리을 and 니을 meet, and 설날. To make the pronunciation easier, we use double L. 설날. 코아티 씨, 네, 신라의 달밤 알아요. So it's a movie and also a song. 신라의 달밤. Okay. 달래다. Interesting. Okay, how about this? 짜짜짜짠. Oh, Messi, that's a nice heart. Thank you. Do you know this word? It means fruit. 과일. How about this? 나무 means tree. So fruit tree in Korean is 과일 나무. So when I read this word separately, as in 과일 나무, I pronounce 과일 나무 clearly, right? 과일 나무. However, when I pronounce this word in one block quickly, then it sounds like 과일 나무. 과일나무, fruit tree, fruit tree. 과일나무, artistic cat, very good. And 칼리토, 안녕하세요. Okay, so today we learned many words. So let's quickly review. I changed the words order, so test yourself. Okay, so is 짠, they meet. So 한라산, 달라라, 줄넘기, 1년, 원래, 실내. So do you remember the meaning of this word? 한라산, mountain 한라. 달나라, the moon or moon country. 줄넘기 means rope, the jump rope. 1년, 1 year. 원래, originally. 실내, indoor. Okay, we also learned other words too, like 난로, 신랑, 연락, 신라, 설날, 과일나무, 짠, 난로, heater, 신랑, bridegroom, 연락, contact, 신라, the name of the country was long time ago. 설날, New Year's Day in the lunar calendar. So lunar New Year's Day. 과일나무, fruit tree. So are you okay? And 아얀 exactly 니은리을 있으면 리을 발음 맞아요. And Janet, thanks for the clarification of 달. I see. That's your favorite song. And 타라나, your favorite is 아침공원. And Swatika, thank you. I'm happy to hear that you love Korea. Akshay, mountain, exactly. 산 is mountain. And I see. I think they are being kind, so I tried to answer them. 안녕, hello. And a lot of people join in the middle, so 안녕, who joined in the middle. Okay, Akshay, yes. 달나라 means moon country. Very good. Okay. Yes, solar sounds almost the same. You are right. Okay, so today we learned many words and I tried to answer your questions. And if I missed your question, feel free to leave a comment on our YouTube channel. So I'll answer you after this live streaming. And before leaving, I have some serious things to announce, which is an exception. Is there any exception? Yes, I'm sorry to say that, but there are some exceptions. So when 리을 meets 니은, that's always 리을. However, when 니은 meets 리을, most cases is 리을. However, there are cases we say 니은. I know. Why? Scary. I was speaking Japanese naturally. So 니은. So what are the cases? By the way, this is for advanced learners. So don't worry if you're a beginner. So for now, you just know that there are some exceptions. Exceptions. So some of the Korean words are 3 syllables. 짠, 짠, 짠. And they are made of the Chinese characters. So we call the Sino-Korean words. And here, ni은 comes. And in the second syllable, ni은 comes in the 받침 position. And 짜자잔, here in the third syllable, 짠, ni을 comes. Not as a 받침 position, but in the first consonant. 짠, in this case, you might see these exceptions. My example is this. Do you know this word? 생산, 량, 짠. 생산 literally means production and 량 means amount. So 생산량, it means just production amount or output, production. So 생산량. However, theoretically, you think, this should be 생산량, right? But, you know, these are the exception of these. So, we want to pronounce ni은 very clearly because 생산 is one word. And this is also the words from the Chinese characters and 3 syllables. So what happens is we pronounce it like 생산량. These are the exceptions. I know we all hate exceptions, but exceptions exist. But luckily, there are not so many words. Most cases, this is real, but there are some ni은. Another example would be 공권력. So it literally means governmental authority, governmental power, and you know, these are the Chinese origin words and also 3 syllables, and you see these formulas. So Korean people often pronounce it like 공권력, this change to ni은. 공권력. Or my last example is this. 상견례. I try to pronounce each syllable clearly. 상견례. But this is hard to pronounce. And also these are 3 syllables and there are 받침 here. 받침 here and here. So 짠. What happens is the pronunciation becomes 상견례. But please don't worry, these are very difficult words. These are basically the advanced words. And also there are not so many exceptions. And as Janet said, all languages have the exceptions and something like this. So for beginners, don't worry about these exceptions too much. But for those of you who learned Korean for a long time, you now know that there are the exceptions. Okay. I see, Chilji. Your joke wasn't directed at Anyo. Sorry. I see. Actually, exception. Yes, I know. Okay, so exceptions are few but scary. I agree. Gailon. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video. And today we learned many words. And if you want to practice the words, good student. Please leave a comment on KoreanClass101.com YouTube channel, or you can also tag me on Instagram, so I'll correct you. So 오늘 배운 단어를 연습해 보세요. Practice the words you learned today. You can practice speaking or show me your handwriting. Or you can also make the full sentence using the words, or just writing the words is fine. Whatever is fine, just practice. Because practice is important, Satyam. Do you agree? Okay, before leaving, please everyone, don't forget to practice writing. If you need some practice materials, we have something for you. Click the link in the description and download this Hangul writing worksheet, and enjoy writing. Writing Hangul with these free Hangul worksheet. This is free and available for everyone if you join Korean Class 101, Korean Class 101 for free. 가일론 씨, 저도 고마워요. And 인두, 안녕하세요. I'm about to leave, but you joined. Thank you for joining. And I hope to see you next week. 사티안, bye. And 에런, 저도 감사합니다. Thank you so much. And 밀자나, 감사합니다. And 스와티카 and 산드리아나, 감사합니다. 감사합니다. And 칠지, best student too. And also, next week, it will be week 13, and we are going to talk about the 받침 pronunciation again. Next week, we are going to focus on palatalization. I hate this kind of difficult term, so you don't have to memorize all these terms, but I'll introduce these rules. As usual, it will be 1 p.m. in Korean time every Thursday, and next week is May 30th, right? And Aditi, any tips for reading Korean? That's, you just need practice. And for the tip, I'm introducing the reading the Hangul every week in the last 12 weeks. So please check out my previous videos too. And Kwati, thank you. Have a nice day. And Sonia, I'm leaving earlier. Actually, I'm not leaving earlier. I'm leaving late. The lesson is supposed to finish at 1:30. So, artist kept bye and Chilji and Janet and Kwati, Gailon, Messi, 감사합니다. 감사합니다. Thank you so much and see you next week. Bye bye. Dan 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 dan. Hello, hello, hello. Hello everyone. Welcome back to weekly Korean live class. My name is Kyejin. 안녕하세요, Kyejin입니다. And 안녕하세요, 찜치입니다. 안녕하세요, 토미 씨 and 섭하시니 and 과티 씨. Hello, hello, hello. Do you know the today's topic? Well, today's topic is palatalization. Ta-da! Yes, it works now. So today, John, these alphabets will appear. These letters will be super important because these are the target words, target letters. And Chris, Janet, 안녕하세요. And Shannon, Simply Me, Aaron, awesome. And Jaden, Kishore. Okay, so before starting our lesson as usual, ta-da, I have an announcement. Do you see this Hangul writing worksheet? Yes, yes. Please click the link in the description and you will see a page like this. Just scroll down to download this free Hangul writing worksheet. And here you can learn the Korean alphabet and also practice writing and learn the Korean words. This is the Hangul lesson, 15 weeks Hangul lesson plus 15 weeks 받침. So 15 weeks Hangul and 받침 classes. So please practice Hangul and 받침. And 빌잖아, 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. And Yasai, you are here. Of course, Powell and Emily too. 안녕하세요. Okay, so John, going back to today's slide. What? Yes, palatalization sounds like some cooking method. I think so. I personally don't like this kind of term because it seems hard, isn't it? But well, anyway, I need to put the title. So I put the academic word, but don't worry. 과티 본방사수. Yes. 프리앙카, 안녕하세요. Good afternoon. And hey! So, let's start today's lesson now, quickly. So, John, today's lesson is not so hard. But for those of you who haven't learned the Korean 받침 with me, let me quickly introduce how the 받침 works. So 짜자자잔! Have you noticed the Korean alphabet looks like this square, this block, this syllable? Usually, consonant come here. Consonant like d, m, n, j, etc., etc. And usually, vowel comes here, like a, ya, o, yo. Vowel comes here. And here, you can put extra consonant, and this extra consonant, this final consonant is called 받침, 받침. This is optional. So these first two consonant and vowels are must have. These are mandatory, necessary. But this final consonant is optional. But sometimes in this final consonant, these letters come here. One of these, not all together, but this or this comes. So one of these can come here. And following this, E, this alphabet is coming. E, E, E. Then what happens is the pronunciation is changed to G. Well, theoretically, if you see this 디귿 and E, by the way, this is like D sound, or in 받침 position, it's like T sound. So when they are combined, this, theoretically, the pronunciation should be D. However, no, this is an exception. It's not D, it's G. Same for this. Same for this. So at 받침 position, it's like T pronunciation. And when it's combined with E, becomes T, theoretically. However, what happens is we don't pronounce like T and Chi. So now I'm giving you the formation. This is the most important information without any example. So I understand if you don't understand. So please don't worry. I prepared lots of examples today. So let's practice together. And subhashini, your chimchim is new toy or old toy? I would say old toy because chimchim has been in this live streaming for about 7 years already. So is it new or old to you? Okay. Priyanka, you're right. In Korea, we don't have the F sound like F, R, V, Z. We don't have this sound. We don't have this sound. You have very good observation. Okay. So for YouTube people, it looks like Facebook is down. So please watch it on YouTube. Stay on YouTube. Okay, so let's look at this formulation with real example so you can understand better. So John, I prepared these words. So first word is this, 굿, 이. And do you remember? You learned the special secret about this 이응. 이응 is a placeholder. So usually it steals the 받침 sounds in the previous syllable. So it's supposed to be pronounced as 구, 디, because 디귿 went here. 구디, right? 구디. However, 구디 like this. 구디. However, I'm really sorry, but this doesn't work this way if the 받침 is 디귿 and 이 is coming next. So now it's not 구디, but the pronunciation become 굳이, as in 굳이. But again, please note that we don't write 굳이 like this. There are many letters, so let me just remove it. We write it like this, but the pronunciation like 굳이. It means unnecessarily. So for example, if you do something, but you don't have to do that, but you did it unnecessarily, then we say this word, 굳이. 굳이 is an adverb. 굳이. So for example, you have to send some application to the, I say like bank. And you can do it online, but you are 굳이, unnecessarily go to the bank because maybe you are not very familiar with like using the computer, so you prefer talk to someone in person. So 굳이, unnecessarily, but maybe it's okay. 굳이 은행에 가? Are you going to the bank unnecessarily? And you said no, because I prefer talking to people in person. So 굳이, are you going there unnecessarily? So it's 굳이 is a common word. Again, we spell like the first one. However, we pronounce it like 굳이. Okay. Are you okay with this one? Then let's look at the next one. Priyanka, very good. 굳이. And Tarana, you know the answer for the second one already. And 라반지, 감사합니다. Thank you so much. Akshay, 안녕하세요. Okay, so the next word is this. 짠, you think. The 짠, 가. Because it's 가, and this is like 으, as in 갓, and 이. So it's, for those of you who haven't learned this alphabet, then you will probably say this, like 같이, right? But we don't write it like that. We pronounce like 가, 치. 같이. By the way, if you keep writing the same sentences, our robot or manager might block you, so please be careful. So, I love twice is twice를 좋아해요. You are twice fans. They are beautiful. Yes, so the pronunciation is 같이, as Priyanka just mentioned. So please be careful. It's not 같이. If it's, let me use a different color. 디귿 and 이 is 지. But if it's 티읕 and 이 is 치. 같이. All good? Okay, so 같이 means together. Do you know this expression? Let's go. 가자. And if you put this word together, 같이, it means let's go together. 같이 가자. Actually, that's very good word. Yes. Another way to say together is 함께. It means exactly the same, but in daily life, I think 같이 is more common. I use 같이 more common. Okay. Oops, Priyanka, there was a mistake. I know. Okay. Ravangi, I think learning Korean alphabet is very difficult. Yeah, I understand. Because, this alphabet is very different from the English alphabet, like A, B, C, D. They look completely different, right? But actually, when you watch my videos, now this is week 13, right? Week 13. But if you watch my week 1 video, the lesson would be easy. The Hangul would be easy. And Kishore, 안녕하세요. You are here. Okay. Ravangi, you're 11 years old. So cute. But please be careful. If you keep writing the same sentences, automatically you can be blocked. So be careful, be careful. It's a YouTube and our night boat system. Okay, be careful. Okay, so are you okay with this rule? So please remember, 짜자잔. 디귿 plus E is 지 and T plus E is 치. It's not 구디. Long time ago, D is a little difficult pronunciation. So when we pronounce it, it naturally becomes 지. And T too. T is a little hard, so it naturally becomes 치 to Korean people. T. Nope. 치. They sound similar, right? To me, yes. To me, as a native Korean speaker, they sound similar. Rose, 안녕하세요. Okay, so I prepared more examples for you. So let's look at them together and try to guess how you can pronounce this one. So 짠. So now we have this is M, right? And like mu, and this is like E. So this pronunciation is 미. And this is 드, and this is like 아, as in 다. And now this is a tricky part. You think, okay, so this is 디귿 again. Here, you see this 디귿? 짠. So this is 디귿 again. And this is 이. So you pronounce it like 미다디, right? 미다디. Nope. Now you know the special rules, so you know that this doesn't work this way. This is an exception. So what happens is, these are pronounced as 지. These are pronounced as 지. So 미다지 is how we pronounce it. It means sliding door. Do you see this door? So it's not opening like this. The door is opening like this, right? So it's sliding. Sliding door is 미다지 or 미다지 문. 문 means door. So 미다지 문. Okay. 타라나, 네, 가고 싶어요. And 라방기, thank you for your understanding. And 파우야, 미다지, very good. 악샤이, 2층 문. By the way, 2층 문 means the door in the second floor. Okay, now can you pronounce this word? This word means to stick. You stick something like this. You stick post-it like this, or you can put sticker. You can put anything, right? Can you pronounce this word? 라원기, you want to attend my live streaming. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. It's Thursday 1 p.m. in Korean time every week. And Kyejin, 여다지. That's a good example too. Very good. Okay, so now let's practice this. So the people think, this is like 부. This is like 우. So 부, and this is like 트. So it's 부, and this is like 이, and this is like 드. This is like so the pronunciation is like 부티다, right? 부티다. But now you know it doesn't work that way. So 짠. Long time ago, T was a little hard word for us. Hard pronunciation. So this becomes 치. So 붙이다. 타라나, very good. And aksha is 붙이다. 붙이다 means to stick. To stick, you can stick anything. So 붙이다. Okay. Are you okay with this rule? Okay. So I prepared more words for you here. So 짠 is such a beautiful word. Sunrise. Do you know how to pronounce sunrise in Korean? So first, let's look at this word together. So it's simple. This is like h. And so it's he. Very good. And 짠, this is like, I know this alphabet. This is like 드. And now this is like 우. And this is like 디, 드. And this is like 이, right? Nope, it doesn't work that way. Now you know it. If there is a 디귿 in 받침 position and 이 is coming next, the pronunciation become 지, as in 지. Again, we pronounce it like 해돋이, but however, we spell like this. However, only the pronunciation is like 해돋이. Well, last week I talked about salmon, right? Salmon. Oops. Salmon. There is L, so theoretically I'm supposed to pronounce like salmon, but in English it's not salmon, right? It's like salmon. It's silent. Something like that. You still write L, but you don't pronounce it. In Korean too, you still write it like this, but pronounce it like this. Okay. So 해돋이. Okay. Next word, 짜잔. Do you know this word? So now you have this. 느. This is 느. And this is like 아 as in not. And this is like at, not. And same alphabet, so it's not. And now it's 이. So it's 낱낱이. Nope. So I already said the answer. As a native Korean, 낱낱이 never works, so I said the natural word, 낱낱이. So yes, 티읕 plus 이 is 치, as in 낱낱이. 낱낱이 means one by one or in detail. So I look into it in detail. 낱낱이 알아볼게요. So 낱낱이 in detail, one by one in detail. 낱낱이. Okay. 오, 수미 파티, welcome. Next. Ta-da! So here are two more examples. First one is, now it's so simple, right? Now whenever you see this, you can kind of guess the pronunciation. It's always 지. So this is 지, 마지, right? 마지 means the eldest child. So eldest child. So I guess she is the eldest child, eldest kid in the sibling. 마지. So eldest child. Okay. 라방기, are you a fan of any K-pop group? I always love K-pop groups, but these days there are so many new groups and I can't follow them all, but in general, I love K-pop so much. And next, can you see this image? John, what do you think it is? So as you see, it's metal things. Like metal in general, like for example, like gold. Gold is also kind of like metal. Gold is also kind of this, or silver, iron, lead, copper. So this is in general, not just one kind of specific metal, but it's like in general. Okay, so how can you pronounce this in Korean? Anyone? Oh, we got the answer. Wow, Priyanka, very good. 잘했어요. K-drama, yes, I recently watched a new K-pop, K-drama. What was it? I don't know how to say, I don't know the English title, but the title is like, Marry My Husband or something. Bang Min-young is featured. Very beautiful. Okay, so now you know it. 짠, 짜자잔, 짜자잔. These are pronounced as 치. So how you pronounce this word is 쇠부치. 쇠부치. 쇠붙이, metal things. Okay, 사탕, hello, 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 welcome. Okay, so now you think we finished, right? But I have just one more quick rule. 짠, we just learned this. 짜자자잔, like this. D plus E, G. T plus E, 치. But now there is another one. D, 디귿 plus 히. What happens? What do you think will happen? What do you think it will happen? So if you followed my lesson, you now know that, this is hit. This is hit. It makes aspiration, right? Aspirated sound, as in T. Because, you know, this is like D and this is like he. So, D with a lot of air, T, right? But no, here only with he, it's an exception. It's an exception. I'm sorry, it's not T, but the correct pronunciation is 치. Do you remember when these are combined, theoretically it should be T, but we pronounce it like 치, right? As I mentioned a long time ago, T was a little hard pronunciation, so we more naturally say 치. Same here. T is so hard. 치 is easier to pronounce. So 치. 사탐, it's okay. I appreciate you still joined. How are you? Genevieve, 안녕하세요. You're from Paris. Bonjour. Okay, so now I explained the rule. Now, 짠, here are the examples. You know what to do. Okay, so what happens is, 짠, 짜자잔. Now, 짜자잔, this is like 무, this is like 우, this is like 뜨, this is like this is like he, and this is 드, and this is like 무티다, right? 무티다, right? But I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry, but no. What happens is, now you see this, the 디귿 plus he becomes 치, as in 치, 묻히다, 묻히다. So it means be buried or be hidden. Do you know this word, by the way? 묻다. It means to bury. Bury. But 묻히다 is a passive form. So it's you are buried. You are buried or you're hidden. So you are buried. So 묻다 is what you do. 묻히다 is what's done by someone else. What's done by someone else. Janet, you love that drama. Yes. 박민영 was so beautiful, isn't she? And Paige, you love Shiny. Me too. Yes, Priyanka, very good. It's 묻히다. Very good. Oh, Rani, wow, that's a big compliment. Thank you so much, Rani. I cheer for you. Please keep it up. 라방이 twice. Yes, twice. Tarana, you got the answer for the next one because I want to talk about this. 짠. So now you can easily guess. So this 디귿 plus he is supposed to pronounce as in 치. So the pronunciation should be oops, maybe too big. 짠. 굳히다. Be hardened. So for example, do you know this word, by the way? 굳다. Something is getting like hard. heart, like this, like this, like this, or yeah, or imagine I'm making a pottery. I'm making some cup. So at first the ingredient, the pottery is very soft. So I make it like this, and I make it hard. So it can become glass, right? So it's 굳다 is naturally it become hard. I didn't do anything, but maybe I put it on the outside. So naturally, I don't know, 굳다 naturally become hardened. But 굳히다 is what I did. It's done by someone else. I was like, I was making some wind or put it in the oven or something like that. So I did it intentionally. It's done by someone else. So 굳히다. So 짜자잔. If you see he in the middle very often, it makes the word like passive form. Okay. So 짠. This is a rule. So when 디귿 is in the 받침 position and meets syllable he, the 디귿 will replace he with 히읗 and it pronounced as 치. It's okay, right? Remember the previous rule was this. So 짠, when 디귿, 히읗 are in the 받침 position and meet 이, and 짠, these become 지, 치. But now, 디귿, 히, they become 치. Good? Okay, Priyanka, poor Chim have to bend again and again. Chim needs some stretch, so it's okay. He needs to do more stretch, you know? Not only Chim, but everyone, including you and me, we need to do stretch, like bend our, bend our like body. It's okay. Thank you for worrying about Chim though. Lavanji, oh, this is so kind of you. Thank you. Okay. So, John, now let's look at this example. Do you know this word? Actually, this image is so scary. But 짠, now you can pronounce this word easily, right? 가, 치, 다, 같이다. Yes, it's not 같이다 or 같히다. Nope, it's 같이다. This is how Korean people say this word naturally. So it means be locked, to be stuck. So for example, Chim. Now forget about angel Chim. Chim is angel, but in another world, Chim is bad. So Chim stole my money. So I called the police, and Chim is locked in the prison. So in Korean we say 감옥, prison. 에 is particle, so 감옥에, in prison. 갇히다 means be locked. So imprisoned is 감옥에 갇히다. So 갇히다. Now you see this he too, right? Then you might be thinking, then what is 갇다? It's lock, right? To lock is 갇다, right? No, this is an exception. Is 가두다. 가두다 is to lock. 갇히다 means be locked. So the passive form and the original form, the active form, is a little different. But anyway, 가두다 means to lock. 갇히다 means to be locked. And next example, stretch time. 짠. Closed. So in Korean is 따라란. So this is 닫히다, to be closed. And 닫다, do you know this word? So without he, 닫다 means to close. 닫히다 is done by someone else. 닫다 is what you do. 닫히다 is done by someone else. 닫히다, to be closed. Okay. Okay, very good. So let's review the words that we learned together. 짠. Okay, so Chim Chim is hiding, but don't worry, Chim Chim can always do stretch. Okay, so first word, I read out the words and give you the meaning later. So please listen. 짠. Okay, first word. 굳이, 굳이. 미다지, 미다지. 해돋이, 해돋이. 맞이, 맞이. 같이, 같이. 오! 짠. 같이, 같이. and 붙이다, 붙이다. 낱낱이, 낱낱이. 쇠붙이, 쇠붙이. So, do you remember the meaning? 굳이, unnecessarily. 미다지, sliding the word. 해돋이, sunrise. 맞이, the eldest child. 짠. 짠. 같이, together. 붙이다, to stick. 낱낱이, one by one or in detail. 쇠붙이, metal things. And we have more examples here. 묻히다, 묻히다. 갇히다, 갇히다. 굳히다, 굳히다. 다치다, 다치다. So, 묻히다, to be buried. 갇히다, to be locked. 굳히다, to harden. 닫히다, to be closed. Okay, so John, I tried to answer your question during the live streaming, but if I missed any of your question, leave a comment on our YouTube channel. I'll check it out. So, last quick quiz. Do you know this word? 숫, 이. 많아요. 숫 means, it literally means hair amount of the hair or hair density. So, 숫이 많아요. 많아요 means a lot. So, 숫, the density amount is a lot, which means I have thick hair. 숫이 많아요. And now you know how to pronounce this word correctly, right? It's 숱이. 숱이 많아요. I have thick hair. 숱이 많아요. That's true. I have a thick hair. 숱이 많아요. Or do you know this word? It's charcoal. Oops. 숱이. Oops. 숱이 많아요. 숯, charcoal. I have a lot of charcoal. 숯이 많아요. So they have different meaning, but the pronunciation is exactly the same. 숯이 많아요. 숯이 많아요. So if you've learned Korean with me for many times, you now know how to distinguish this. How? You see the context. So when we talk about hair, like hairstyling, and I said 숱이 많아요, I wouldn't say I have a lot of charcoal all of a sudden, right? Or we want to do a barbecue party, and I'm like, I have a lot of charcoal stuff. That doesn't mean that I have a lot thick hair, right? So you see the context and guess the meaning, but the pronunciation is the same. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching this video. 짠. So, 짠. So please practice the words you learned today. 오늘 배운 단어를 연습해 보세요. Yay! 연습, 연습, practice, practice. So you can practice writing the words in YouTube comments, or you can make sentence using the words that you learned today. It's all up to you. Or you can also record yourself to pronounce these words together. So I leave up to you. I can check your pronunciation, or you can, or your sentences, your spelling, grammar. So let me know on my Instagram if you want me to check personally. I also checked our YouTube channel too. So leave a comment there. Okay, so before finishing. Oh, now many people are talking about the boat. So before finishing, for those of you who joined my live streaming in the middle for the first time, now we are giving away this free Hangul writing worksheet. Ta-da! This is completely free. Yay! Where you can learn the Korean alphabet and practice writing Hangul. So if you download this free Hangul writing worksheet, you can print out and actually write it with your pen. Or if you have any tablet, then you can just download it and write it on it directly to practice. Because when you learn the new alphabet, it's very important to practice. So I emphasize this. Please download it. Please. Okay, so the link is in the description. Check it out. Next week will be week 14, and this is the last 받침 lesson. Week 15, you will have final quiz show to review what we've learned so far. So next week will be the last 받침 class. So please join it and master these Korean 받침 pronunciation rules. So next week we are going to talk about special rules with hyut. Yay! So please join it. It will be 1 p.m. on Thursday as usual. And next week is June 6th. 2024. So yay! Thank you so much everyone. I hope you learned a lot and you enjoyed a lot. So 감사합니다. 아디티, 사티안, 파웰, 필리스타스 잘 가요. 안드레아 and 누라, good luck to you too. And Emily, 수미파티 and 프리앙카, 코아티 감사합니다. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets.